Hi guys, Vegathron here. Stardew Valley creator ConcernedApe has shared some exciting news about the next game he's working on, which is titled ConcernedApe's Haunted Chocolatier, and has even released some early gameplay footage as well as some screenshots. So I figured, why not go through all the info we have and take a closer look at the video. So let's jump right in and take a look. We open up to the view of a Winter Wonderland castle as well as an observatory. Based on what we've been told, this castle will be surrounded by the main town and be an important building. Here we get a closer look into the town and can make out two shops we'll be able to visit, the bakery and the armory. It's also worth noting you can see a Christmas tree in the window, indicating it is indeed winter, which is probably why everything is covered in snow. Here we can see the mansion with the chocolate store attached to it, which we will be able to run and make money from. This will serve a similar role as the farm did on Stardew, and it's confirmed that, similar to Stardew, we move here from another town at the start of the game. It's worth noting, there looks to be a book with the image of a star drop on it. ConcernedApe has said he's not ready to reveal if the two games are in the same world yet, but this does seem to point towards that being the case. Here we see the inside of our mansion, complete with a butler, bar, and a table that looks like card games can be played on it. Here we see a quick shot of our room with the storage chest. It's worth noting there's no TV in the room this time around. This is the first glimpse of our kitchen, where we'll be making all of our delicious chocolates to sell. You can also see direct access to our shop in the top right. It's also worth noting, in the bottom left, we will now be able to equip a sword, shield and bow all at the same time. Here we can see where the kitchen is in relation to the rest of the house, as well as a mysterious door that seems to be able to teleport us to distant lands in order to fight and gather materials. We also see the same slimes from the Stardew Valley game, further making me think that this is in the same world. We also see the ability to block with a shield being shown off. We see foraging and fighting monsters will remain a good way to collect materials. Here we see the early cooking process. Our first look in our shop, and as you would expect, you can decorate and arrange it, with a new and improved decoration system that lets you freely place things without walking around. Here we see why the game is called Haunted Chocolatier. It seems we'll be getting help in our store from the ghosts that inhabit the mansion. It's also worth noting, the item bar is completely separate from the weapon bar, and it's also styled to look like a block of chocolate, which is a nice touch. Here's what the store looks like in action, with the ghost serving the customers and our delicious chocolates all on display. You can also see the store in this footage is much bigger. ConcernedApe has confirmed that your shop will start small, and you'll have the ability to upgrade it and expand it as you progress through the game, which sounds like loads of fun. Some beautiful interiors are shown off here, as well as the dialogue, which looks similar to Stardew's. Here we can see the inside of the armory shop and meet with the smith, Burke. Another building here, the town hall. This could perhaps function similarly to the community hall from Stardew. However, we don't know for sure yet. This dialogue seems to imply that we can go to different towns that surround the city, which I'm personally very excited about. Who knows, we may even be able to visit Pelico Town in Stardew Valley. Gifting will make a return, this time with a new animation. Here we can see the interior of the observatory from the initial scene. And last of all, we see the bar with some really cool lighting and sound effects. That's all from the video sections, but we also have more info from a blog post as well as some screenshots. In the screenshot, we get a better look at the tower in the area we are seen foraging in, with a fire risk sign and a heap of equipment for both checking wind direction as well as surveying the area. Looks like there could be some mechanic where we have to spot wildfires and prevent them spreading, which could be a very interesting activity. In the next shot, we get a glimpse of the bakery interior, and it looks like there'll be a huge range of baked goods on offer, including a familiar looking pink cake. Next up, we can see some kind of cabin in a forest. Here, we see the medium-sized chocolate store. Next, we can see the interior of another house. This could perhaps be the log cabin from earlier. Now, there is one important detail in this room I want to draw your attention to. A map which could actually be reminiscent of the real in-game map. You can see the green area in the middle with a river. This lines up perfectly with this shot, as well as the darker grey area, which could line up with both of these screenshots. And at the very top, you can see what looks like a wooden tower with mountains on both sides, which is surely the Firewatch Tower. If this is true, That means there's also a desert area we've yet to be shown. And last of all, we also get a sneak peek of the recipe book. Here we can see the value, ingredients, and buffs the chocolates give. On top of that, we can also see that different chocolates have different cooking times. ConcernedApe says in the blog post that the core gameplay loop involves gathering ingredients, making chocolate, and running the chocolate shop. He says it's similar to Stardew in some ways, such as getting to know the townspeople and having many different things to progress, but this game will be more of an action RPG than Stardew was. He also states that on this game, he wants us to explore more fantastical possibilities and experiences that will take us beyond the ordinary. This is where the magical haunted ghost chocolate will come in. Eric says he's looking forward to freeing the part of him that wanted to go unleashed during the Stardew development, and it seems this is the game he can do it. So far the game is planned for a PC release, and eventually he hopes to release the game on consoles as well. However, despite the footage, it's a long ways off and is only in early development so far. No co-op is currently planned, but I'd be surprised if this isn't patched in at a later date, similar to Stardew. ConcernedApe also touches on some of the philosophy that could hint to what the game could be about, other than making chocolate of course. He says, "Chocolate represents that which is delightful. The haunted castle represents the allure of the unknown. The ghosts represent the imprint of the past. All of these things are important. However, don't think for a moment that, because this game features ghosts in a haunted castle, it is an evil or negative game. On the contrary, I intend for this game to be positive, uplifting, and life-affirming. However, if Stardew Valley mostly channeled the energy of the sun, Haunted Chocolatier channels the energy of the moon. Both are vital." And that about wraps up all we know so far. I don't know about you guys, but this game looks absolutely amazing, and I think it'll scratch the Stardew Valley itch while also being a completely new experience. Be sure to subscribe, as I'll be making videos on any new info that comes to light in the following months. And that's about all for this one. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.